A&M 80, Yale 71. This game was one of the games I had on my short list for exciting to watch games. And ultimately, 151 points scored. I do think there was good, entertaining basketball being played here. But this lacked quite a bit in terms of stakes drama because A&M jumped all over this Yale team, led by 10 plus for most of this game. And Yale just couldn't cut into it. I think they cut it to I want to say like 8 or 7 in the second half at one point, but it never got within two possessions. And ultimately, I think that's a credit to Texas A&M card. They asserted their will in this game. What'd you see?
Yeah, I think that Texas A&M did what kind of makes them great. I thought they were the tougher team in this one, and Yale was a team that was built to try to attempt an upset in this one. Obviously, John Pulakidis is a guy that can light you up from three, and credit to him. I thought he did all he could do. Nick Townsend was good in this game as well. But when it came down to it, I think that Texas A&M just was the tougher team in this one. And I thought that was really evident by the game that Pharrell Payne had. Pharrell Payne was a monster down low. Absolute monster down low. You and I have seen it. He's always had like the nagging injuries, like, the knee injuries, the shoulders, whatever it is. He's always had something, right? But in this one, it was straight grown man, give me the ball down low, and like I'm gonna dunk it, I'm gonna finish this, like with like three guys hanging on him. He did not care. He was dominant in this game. 25 points in 25 minutes, 10 rebounds, five of them on the offensive end. He was 10 to 12 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. I thought he was massive in this game, and he really asserted himself in the front court area for this Texas A&M team.
Yes, it was a legacy game for Mr. Payne, who's come in and out of the starting lineup, but he had never had 25 points in a game in an A&M uniform. I don't believe he had one game with more than 10 rebounds. He had 11 rebounds against Oklahoma earlier this year, but this was basically just the best game of his career. And it's a
Yeah.
guy that you and I believed in at Minnesota for sure at times. And I think maybe throughout points of the season, we expected better from him than what we've gotten. Really, really good sign for A&M that they got this in this moment. And more importantly, how many teams in the country have someone like Pharrell Payne that could give you 25 and 10 off the bench?
Yeah, it's impressive. Like if he was, you don't really care about what happened early on. Now, if you're getting it now, that's all you really care about. But I think it's safe to say that he definitely brought the pain in this one.
Okay. It's late, so I'm going to excuse that. Otherwise, good Lord. Yeah, A&M, I mean, obviously they are what they are physically. It's really tough to play them because you're just basically playing football for 40 minutes. And you have to be tough enough to like endure that. Like if you show up mentally or physically or emotionally soft at all, they just capitalize on you. And not saying Yale did that, but the depth wore them down as this game went on.
Yeah, and I think I'm starting to realize this with Texas A&M. It's not as much like we just want to be the tougher team because we think that's what's going to get it done. I think it's we want to be the tougher team so that it affects everything else you do, right? It's like when you go to shoot it's we talk about how like Michigan State wears teams down, right? I think like Texas A&M has this factor where like it's in the second half and a team is maybe in striking distance or they're trying to come back but they have no legs because they just had to try to box out Pharrell Payne, who had two offensive rebounds in a row and then dunked it on our heads. And our free throws are coming short, and the three-pointers are short because you're literally playing football for 40 minutes. Like it's very physically taxing, and I think that physical tax kind of leaks into other parts of people's games.
Where I thought this manifested itself best was Bez Mbeng's performance. Now, Bez is a good player. He's not a great player, but he's a good player. He's a guy that I do think could play at the high major level, potentially in like a depth role. He's a great player in the Ivy League, one of the best in the league. And he had 2 points, 0 for 5 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He did have 9 assists, 8 rebounds, so he contributed. But he fouled out in 35 minutes, and just his offensive side of his game was not there at all.
Yeah, that's a guy that averages like 15 points too.
Yeah, it's a guy that I just thought that the physicality of this game completely wore him down. And depth, really. Like Pharrell Payne, Zurich, Phelps, Solomon, Washington gave you 72 combined minutes off the bench. That's insane. For an NCAA tournament team to have three players that good playing that much, coming off the bench, everybody's fresh. No wonder they can fly around like that for 40 minutes. Then you look at Yale, like freshman Riley Fox, give him credit, comes in, hits two threes, but like that's your seventh guy. He played 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you were asking for your starters who are smaller, less athletic than this team to go battle for 40 minutes against a team that's just way deeper, bigger, more athletic. It was a losing formula, I thought, even though Pulakidis played really good.
Yeah. I mean, A&M had 50 points in the paint.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that tells you all you need to know about the physicality of this game. And I mean, they did the A&M thing, man. They shot 57% from the free throw line. They couldn't make free throws. They couldn't make a three, 24%. And they get it done.
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be interesting then versus Michigan. We'll have a preview up of that shortly. I'd like to throw this out there. Nick Townsend, you should go to Nevada and replace Davidson when he leaves.
You think Nevada's a good spot?
I mean, he could be better than that probably, but he reminds me of Davidson, who's going to leave Nevada.
He looks like Davidson too.
Right. Play similarly. It's
There you
interesting.
go.
Pulakidis, this is it for him. Does that make you sad like it does me?
I don't know if it's it for him.
Can he play again?
There's some rumors that he can for some reason.
Where are those? Are you on a Pulakidis message board I don't know about?
I don't gotta tell you where I get my stuff from.
I don't understand where you're talking Pulakidis might be back.
Just when he if he comes back, if he goes somewhere else, just don't be surprised. You had it here first.
I will keep that in mind. What's A&M ceiling in this tournament? They got Michigan next. They got Auburn, a team they already beat in the Sweet 16 if they beat Michigan. Or Creighton theoretically could upset Auburn. Auburn not looking great right now. Let a 16 seed hang around. Like, how far can this A&M team go?
I'll be honest with you, I there's a world where like they do it.
Win the national championship?
No, like there's a world where they make a Final Four though.
Is there a world where they win the national championship?
Hell
'Cause
no.
if this team could get to the Final Four, are you telling me they couldn't play Florida or St. John's in the Final Four and get 50 rebounds?
No. Florida would demolish these boys.
I don't know about that.
They would.
I don't know about that.
You ain't getting 50 rebounds against Florida.
They might,
You wouldn't,
might,
but they won't.
but they might. I like this team's ceiling is all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
More than I think anybody else likes their ceiling.
I mean, they're my Aggies.
They're not your Aggies. They're my Aggies. Let them go. Congrats to A&M, Yale. I'll miss you, John. Can I do a Dear John for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't watch that movie. What's the plot?
It's Ryan Reynolds who's like a high schooler and he's like falls in love with like the student assistant and like they can't be together, but like she writes him a letter or something and they Dear John it. I don't know.
Seems like you know.
Well, none of that I just said is even factual.
Congrats to A&M.
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.